Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and gives this video a thumbs up. Joan Vassos and Chock Chapel, the Golden Bachelorette couple, do not reside in the same state, so their life together remains very much like the show's ideal, but the fact that they have already experienced real-life problems as a couple gives me hope that their love will last. Joan and Chock met, fell in love, and got engaged during the first season of The Golden Bachelorette. At the end of the season, Chock devised a plan for him and Joan to move to New York City together, which Joan embraced. Joan made it obvious before the first season of The Golden Bachelorette that she would never leave her family in Rockville, Maryland. Similarly, Chock has job commitments in his hometown of Wichita, Kansas. As a result, they've opted to keep their individual residences while relocating to New York City together. While they are still engaged, Joan has stated that they are not in a hurry to marry. Joan and Chock appear to be living in the show's fantasy world as they navigate their long-distance relationship and meet up for special events, but I know they've already endured challenges and that their love will endure forever. When I initially learned that Joan and Chock are still not living together after being engaged during season 1 of The Golden Bachelorette, I worried how their relationship could work. However, in an interview with Parade, Joan's explanation persuaded me that their love will survive since it works for them. She explained, "Everyone looks at this and says, there's no way this can work because you're not together every minute. We have different perspectives on it. We both feel like we have relatively good lives in our 60s. Joan went on to say, "If you meet someone at that age, chances are they are going through something. They have families, jobs, friendship groups, and hobbies. So you don't have to spend every waking second together or live in the same place, which is how we feel right now." Joan stated that she and Chock see each other whenever there is something fun happening in their hometowns. She said, "He hosted a party at his country club on Friday night. We had a great time. I enjoyed being there." Joan clarified, "We're not living with each other, but we're kind of living our best lives." Joan and Chock appear to be living in the show's fantasy world, only meeting up for rare events, which I don't think is a bad thing. Joan went on to clarify, "We get to travel and do all the fun things and be together for those, and then the mundane things of, like, me babysitting my grandkids and him going to work, he's kind of doing it by himself, which I don't need to be there for, and he certainly doesn't want to be here with me babysitting my grandkids or taking my mom to the doctor or whatever." Joan and Chock are excellent companions, and while they do not engage in the routine chores of daily life, their partnership works well for them. "We don't live together, but we are enjoying our best lives. We get to travel and do all the fun things together, and then there are the mundane things like me babysitting my grandkids and him going to work, he's doing it on his own, which I don't need to be there for, and he certainly doesn't want to be here with me babysitting my grandkids or taking my mother to the doctor or whatever." Even though Joan and Chock are now meeting up for exciting events rather than everyday life, they had previously been through a traumatic time when his mother died while filming. Joan was able to console Chock before he left for a while to take care of matters. She was overjoyed when he returned to her, something she had missed out on when she had to leave Jerry Turner's Golden Bachelor season early due to a family emergency. Joan also took part in a memorial for Chock's mother when they visited Kansas on his birthplace state. Although Chock's mother's death was an extremely painful event in his life, I believe it served as a barrier that separated them for a while before allowing him and Joan to recognize how strong their affections for each other were. I believe that the fact that Joan and Chock don't spend every day together today is irrelevant because they've previously been through hardship together and their relationship survived. Although some people criticize Joan and Chock's living situation, I believe it demonstrates that their love can overcome any obstacle. They appear to be a perfect match. Joan is correct that she does not have to be in Wichita to see Chock at work, and he does not have to be in Rockville to assist her in caring for her family members, as long as they are happy together. Their relationship works for them, so it doesn't matter what others think of it. Joan and Chock may have an unusual living arrangement for an engaged couple, but I feel it works well for them. They're not in a rush to marry, which I believe is a wise decision on their part. Joan and Chock are loving their lives together as they get to know one another better. Their life together is still reminiscent of the show's fantasy as they travel and attend events, but I believe this is a positive thing for them, and as Joan stated, they are living their best lives. I hope Joan and Chock can live happily ever after. Joan Vassos and Chock Chapel's love story is one that defies traditional expectations, thriving in a world where physical proximity is often seen as a prerequisite for a successful relationship. As the Golden Bachelorette couple, they have chosen a path that suits their unique circumstances, demonstrating that love is not bound by geography but by mutual respect, understanding, and shared experiences. Their journey began on the first season of the Golden Bachelorette, where they met, fell deeply in love, and ultimately got engaged. As the season came to a close, Chock proposed a plan for them to move to New York City together, a plan Joan readily embraced. However, their realities soon set in. Joan had made it clear even before joining the show that she would never leave her family in Rockville, Maryland. Likewise, Chock had professional commitments in his hometown of Wichita, Kansas. Rather than letting these geographical challenges hinder their love, they devised a plan that allowed them to enjoy the best of both worlds, keeping their individual residences while also making a home together in New York City. Despite their engagement, Joan and Chock have not rushed into marriage, taking their time to navigate this new chapter of their lives. Their relationship continues to flourish as they manage their long-distance dynamic with grace. To the outside world, their arrangement may seem like an extension of the show's fantasy, where they meet only for special occasions. However, the truth is far deeper. They have already faced and overcome real-life challenges, strengthening their bond even further. When news broke that Joan and Chock were still not living together full-time after their engagement, skepticism arose regarding the sustainability of their relationship. However, in an interview with Parade, Joan addressed these concerns with a perspective that showcased their deep understanding of love and partnership. She explained, "Everyone looks at this and says, there's no way this can work because you're not together every minute. We have different perspectives on it. We both feel like we have relatively good lives in our 60s. At this stage in their lives, Joan and Chock recognize that love does not require constant physical presence. They have both built fulfilling lives that include family, careers, and personal interests." Joan elaborated, "If you meet someone at that age, chances are they are going through something. They have families, jobs, friendship groups, and hobbies. So you don't have to spend every waking second together or live in the same place, which is how we feel right now." Their approach to their relationship is centered on making the most of their time together. They prioritize special occasions and create memories by meeting up whenever there is something exciting happening. Joan shared, "He hosted a party at his country club on Friday night. We had a great time. I enjoyed being there." While they do not share a household in the traditional sense, they are still deeply involved in each other's lives. "We're not living with each other, but we're kind of living our best lives," Joan remarked. Rather than allowing daily routines and mundane responsibilities to dictate their relationship, Joan and Chock focus on the joy they bring to each other. Joan explained, "We get to travel and do all the fun things and be together for those, and then the mundane things of, like, me babysitting my grandkids and him going to work, he's kind of doing it by himself, which I don't need to be there for, and he certainly doesn't want to be here with me babysitting my grandkids or taking my mom to the doctor or whatever." This arrangement allows them to maintain their independence while fully enjoying the moments they share. They have cultivated a partnership that is based on trust and mutual respect, rather than societal norms. Their love story challenges conventional ideas of what a successful relationship should look like, proving that happiness and fulfillment come in many forms. Thanks for watching. If you likes this video, do not forget to subscribe to my channel and do not miss any update.